down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brizzy.
and today we have another first on our episode on our podcast. We have our first episode with a movie that's currently in theaters. So this is kind of exciting. Breezy, what movie are we talking about today?
We are talking about the little teddy bear Chauncey, and the movie is called Imaginary.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And I just got distracted by your hat. What's your hat say?
Oh, it's Camp Counselor.
Nice. I like
Camp
it.
Counselor. Yep. But it's a cute baby.
Crystal Lake Camp Counselor.
Huh?
Crystal Lake Camp Counselor. You somehow survived Jason.
Yes, I did.
Nice. Anyway, back to Chauncey Bear, our little teddy bear, in the movie Imaginary. So this is out right now, and it's rated PG-13. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And what this tell us a little bit about the movie, Breathe.
So this little girl, oh no, actually this little girl had the little bear, but that when this the little girl's mom, when she used to be like very young and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and she had like I think this teddy bear, but it wasn't named Chauncey, it was like named like BB or CB or something like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so what happened with that when she doesn't remember.
Yep.
And then so when fast forward when she has this like, a daughter because she was adopted, I
Yep.
believe so. And she gets this teddy bear named Chauncey.
Yep.
And this teddy bear was like haunted, like spiritual.
Yeah.
And so she was like this little girl was like playing you know, with Chauncey, like having like a tea party in the bedroom.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to get so much spoilers without ruining it, but
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a spiritual, like kind of demonish,
Kind of haunted, some sort of otherworldly, other dimensional entity is the word they use in the movie. Some sort of entity from like another dimension, and it like talks through Chauncey, the teddy bear, and
Yep.
yeah, it's I think she's a stepmom, and so they decide to go to her old house, and they're playing hide and seek, and then she gets a phone call for work, and so she goes up, does a kind of a dick move and goes outside and leaves the kid alone, and then the kid finds the teddy bear in the basement, and then she comes back and she's like, oh, I'm done with my call, and she's like, I found someone else to play with, and then they're doing all these cute things, and right away, like one of the things they show is like she's hiding under the bed, she's like, oh, Chauncey's coming to get me or something, so she goes to sleep in the bed with the mom and dad, and then they're like hiding, and then she's like, you have to be quiet because you can listen for his rumbly tummy because he's always hungry, and they're like, okay, and they're like, oh, that's cute. Then all of a sudden you start hearing the floor creak, like
Yeah.
and the mom's like, what the hell is that? You know.
Yeah.
And there are jump scares in the movie, I'll tell you that much.
I warned you there was jump scares.
Breezy warned me there was jump scares, and it probably saved me from having a heart attack right there at the movie theater, because there's a part where I knew one was coming. I just could tell. All my senses were going, my spidey sense and everything was saying there's a jump scare coming. And so I was like kind of tensed up waiting for it. And even with that, when it happened, I still was like, bah! And so
was the I want to say the first like jump scare on your end was probably like the bed, under the bed.
Yep, that's what it was. The under the bed. When you see under the bed, you know what jump scare is coming.
Yeah, that one didn't give me too much, but it did give me a jump scare just a little bit.
And then there's one not too long after that, like when they're doing there's a surprise visitor in the house that has nothing to do with Chauncey, but still causes some chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's interesting too. And I think we might have to give the spoiler alert, and so we can really dive into this. And we kind of spoiled some
Yeah.
things already. But
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard when don't watch this if you have not seen it.
yeah, exactly. So like one of the things I really like that this movie does is it kind of fakes you out, because you go into it knowing the movie's called Imaginary and that there's going to be like this teddy bear. If you've seen the previews, you know it's going to be evil and there's going to be some weird stuff going on. So there's a part where the oldest daughter, her name is Taylor. When they move into the house, she takes a selfie with the window behind her, and then when she looks at the picture, there's like an old woman in the picture, and it's really creepy and weird. And then she looks out the window, and you just see like the edge of her leg go around the corner, like you just see like a flicker of her, and it's like, was that a real person or was that what was that? And then she goes
At
outside.
first, I thought it was a dude.
Right? I thought it was too. I thought it was like a weird looking, like like Doctor Who looking dude or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she goes outside, and the guy, her neighbor Liam, is just like, "Oh, that's just old Gloria from across the way. She's always staring in the window. She's obsessed with that house or whatever." And then later on, the younger daughter, Alice, the one that is friends with Chauncey, she's doing a tea party, and it does the same sort of thing where the mom is looking around the corner. Jessica is her name, and you see Alice sitting on the left side, you see Chauncey in the middle, and you can't really see what's on the right side. And then as she leans a little forward, you see like a hand and a leg quick move out of the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell is that? And then she says, she's right behind you. And then blam, jump scare.
Yeah. I think that was like the first jump scare in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like the little girl's mom came to like get him back or something. It was like totally random. But it was fun though.
It is.
So what were some of the things you really liked about this movie?
I like how it's like actually really, really well done with the whole movie in general. It was really well done, especially, like the teddy bear and the whole jump scares, and it actually draws you in and wants to keep you on your toes.
Exactly.
But I did not expect that Chauncey is going to come like the teddy bear, like Winnie the Pooh teddy bear, to this big, huge monster.
Yeah.
It's like, what the? I did not expect that.
Yeah, Chauncey towards the end goes full beast mode, and instead of being just a little teddy bear, he's like a Chewbacca. No, he's like the guy on the Muppet Show, the big hairy guy with the big mouth. I don't know if you remember him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like he's a big fuzzy bugger, and he's got a big mouth with lots of teeth and claws, and
it's kind of like a big huge alien slash like a bug slash like a werewolf type.
Oh yeah, and it kind of changes too, because sometimes it looks more spidery, and then other times it looks more like still kind of teddy bearish. And then at the very end, when they show the face and it's got the weird like eyes, then it looks almost like an alien, like one of those gray aliens.
Yeah.
So
like creepy.
Yeah.
I like it.
One of the things that really creeped me out is Chauncey has like these shiny black teddy bear eyes. And then there's a part where, is she dreaming or is this what later on? But there's like one of the people has the black teddy bear eyes, and then they start having people with black teddy bear eyes, and they look just really weird and bizarre, and it freaked me out.
Oh, that's when they're, I think they're like when at the very end when they're like we're trying to like destroy him or something like that, and they look in his eyes and they turn like some white, like a white color.
There's the ending kind of messes with you too a little bit. I won't totally spoil it, but the ending kind of zigzags on.
Mike, why is he having black eyes and then all of a sudden white?
Yeah. And then he has kind of like prism shiny like laser eyes at one point.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to get you in my soul.
Yeah, because if you stare into his eyes, your brain is flooded with the imagination of all the children in the world, and you just can't handle it, and your brain crumbles from the power of imagination. Willy Wonka comes in and punches your brain and throws a schnozberry on there, and that's the last thing you see. Then you're in a coma. I don't know. I think I had a little too much imagination on my own over here.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of the whole movie is like I think was like getting towards the end where the I think older sister was in the room with that light with the teddy bears on it,
Mm-hmm.
and Chauncey was in there.
Oh
That's like one of my
yeah.
favorite scenes. She was like
Oh
going to plug
yeah.
in. I thought there was going to be a jump scare,
Mm-hmm.
and it sort of was a jump scare, but it wasn't. I was
Yeah.
preparing myself, but you know,
Like
I like that scene.
the little carousel thing with that makes the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really creepy too. That reminded me of is it Conjuring 2? It has the little thing that spins around and there's the guy with
Oh
the little
yeah.
hat, the little what's his
Yep.
name? Like the I don't
Oh
remember.
God, it's been a hot mess
Something
since I've
man,
seen that.
like
But yeah,
this not Slender Man, but he's like something like that, like the creepy man or
yep.
something. But
Yeah.
people are listening to us right now screaming it at the like, it's this, you idiots. Sorry. We'll look it up later. I'll probably remember and yell it out. But yeah, Conjuring. So that, and then it's like spinning and it's making this weird sort of reddish light, and it looks like there's a big giant Chauncey right in front of her, and then she turns it off and it's not there anymore. And there's like weird stuff like that too. Very good,
Yeah.
very good mood.
It's a very good movie though.
Yeah, exactly. It's good at establishing the tension and the fantasy without being too ridiculous. And yeah. So
Yeah,
now
I thought Blumhouse, because that's like the producers, and they also made like Megan stuff. I
oh
can
yeah,
totally tell that there's a Megan feel in that movie.
definitely. Yeah, I can totally see that too. I agree with that. Yeah. So if you like Megan,
It's a good movie.
you'll probably like I think actually Imaginary is better than Megan, but they definitely have kind
Oh
of a
yeah,
similar.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're similar, but I like Megan too, but definitely this movie is top the cake.
hmm
Definitely.
yeah, for sure. Did you see the I think it's in the uncensored Megan or the director's cut where she pulls the kid's ear and like stretches it way out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of fun.
Well, we
um
review that movie too, but
exactly. We'll get to that. We got the leprechauns and the clowns and the teddy bears, and we'll have to get to Chucky the doll and Megan the robot and
keep it in line, you know.
yeah, exactly.
But if anybody has not seen Imaginary, you should definitely check it out. It's worth your money.
Yep, I agree. Um, so and then I was gonna mention oh, was there anything else you want to talk about Imaginary?
Oh, I can talk that all day long if I wanted to.
I was just gonna say that last week we had for Leprechaun we had our trivia question of how many times is Lucky Charms referenced in Leprechaun, and I don't think anyone answered it. But then Breezy and I couldn't even agree on the answer because I said 3 and she said 4, and then I started to think it was 4. But I know, like, I'm pretty sure at the very beginning he mumbles something about you need Lucky Charms or you can't stop me without Lucky Charms or something or another. And then I know what he's digging through the kitchen, he finds a box and it's obviously Lucky Charms. They changed the name; it says like Lucky Champ or something, but it's like the red box with the green leprechaun. And he eats some and spits
Okay,
it
well, it's
out.
the same thing.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
almost the same thing.
Exactly. And he's like, ooh, and then he like eats some and then spits it out. He's like, bleh. And then he may say it another time, something about Lucky Charms, something. And then at the very end, when the kid kills him and shoots the shamrock into his mouth, he says, fuck you, Lucky Charms, or something like that.
Yeah, of course. So I'm pretty sure it's either like 3 or 4.
Yeah. More than once. More than
Yeah.
twice. So for Imaginary, it's a new movie in theaters. We don't really have a trivia question. I guess my trivia question is name another movie that has imaginary friends as characters. There's a few of them out there. Not
Okay,
necessarily horror
similar,
movie.
similar to Chauncey,
Yeah.
no, similar.
There's one I'm thinking of that's actually kind of a comedy movie, but it's sort of the same sort of vibe. Just
Oh, I
comedy,
got one
not
on top
horror.
of my head.
Nice.
I just said it in this episode. So
Someone's gonna rewind.
similar, yeah, similar to, Chauncey. And I will give you another clue. It came out last year.
Yep, there you go. um, so what else do we want to talk about before we go today?
That's pretty much it. But yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, if you really want to check it out and you weren't really sure about how you feel about the movie, definitely go and see it.
yeah, I think it's worth
very
seeing in the
good.
theater just for the music and the sound effects. Like I was sitting in the back of the theater, and there was like when one of the things was creeping around, it sounded like it was right behind me, and it was freaked me out. So
Oh shit.
yeah, exactly.
That
I,
is like the best thing to go out of movie theaters and stuff and have
mhm.
that sound effects and you got something else like what the hell?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that.
Me too. So thanks for listening. You can subscribe or follow us on Spotify and YouTube or Google or your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon Audible, Amazon Music. I think that's about it.
Yeah. And if any of your listeners or watchers have seen Imaginary, let us know what you think of the movie.
Exactly. Great idea. All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.